Hi, it's Ricky Jenkins from TPSportsFocus.
What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another edition of TP Sports Focus. I'm Tim, and this time I'm going to be talking about Super Bowl 48 between the Denver Broncos and the Seattle Seahawks at MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. This is going to be a great game. And first of all, I'd like to say that this is a breakdown and prediction video, but it was not easy. I've been thinking about this really hard since both championship games, and it has not been easy at all. Of course, you have two teams playing each other that aren't even close to each other in play styles. Of course, the two offenses really couldn't be any different. Two completely different kinds of quarterbacks in age and style, two different types of running attacks, and two different types of defenses and what they pride themselves in. So let's hop right into it. First of all, I think the one thing that everybody really wants to talk about is the fact that we have Denver's #1 offense against Seattle's #1 defense. This will be a factor in the game, but it's not going to be necessarily the deciding factor or the #1 thing, and what happens with this matchup is the end-all be-all. But it will be important. First, I'd like to say I do like Demaryius Thomas's matchup with Richard Sherman better than I liked Michael Crabtree's matchup with Richard Sherman. I think it's a much better matchup that plays a little bit better for Demaryius Thomas in the fact that Sherman likes to play a physical, in-your-face, bump-and-run type coverage. Demaryius Thomas is one of the bigger, more physical yet athletic receivers in the NFL, so I do like his ability to get off the line of scrimmage, get off that press coverage, and get into his route. Of course, Wes Welker, one of the great slot receivers of our time, he's able to get open in coverages and get the first down and third down situations, especially short yardage situations. Eric Decker will probably be getting a lot of one-on-one opportunities because there's just too many guys you have to focus on. And one of the main factors on offense for the Broncos, and it's got to be concerning for the Seattle Seahawks, is Julius Thomas at the tight end position. His speed and athleticism, just like a lot like Demaryius Thomas, and his big body in the middle of the field is a threat and a mismatch all over the place. It's going to be interesting to see what Seattle decides to do with him in terms of coverages, whether they're going to put a linebacker on him, which I doubt, because he's just too quick and athletic of a guy for most linebackers to cover. Might be a guy like KJ Wright, we might see Cam Chancellor, we might see Earl Thomas on him. Who knows, but it's going to be a difficult challenge for anybody who has to play on him. Moving on, Seattle's offense is more of a run-based offense. They're going to rely on probably anywhere from 20 to 30 carries by Marshawn Lynch, but probably somewhere in the middle there, 25 carries, as we haven't seen Russell Wilson play a solid game yet in the playoffs this season. His quarterback rating down near the bottom, 34 out of 100. He really hasn't shown up here in the playoffs. And that's something that we're going to see in a young quarterback. So when it comes to quarterback play, I like Peyton Manning. But when we're talking about running the football, you have to like Seattle's offense. Now, one of the more underrated defenses in the NFL was the Denver Broncos defense. So you have to take that in consideration as well when you're talking about guys like Knighton in the middle, big number 94. He's able to stuff the run and get after the quarterback. Tom Brady knows a little something about that from the AFC Championship game. Also, you have Ayers and Sean Phillips on the edge. It's going to be important for them to maintain those rush lanes, not over-pursue one rushing Russell Wilson, because if you over-pursue, that's when you get yourself into trouble with Russell Wilson being able to make plays with his feet and continue to keep his eyes downfield. And we saw that last week when Wilson was able to hook up with Baldwin deep down the field early in the game. Also, you got to talk about Denver's running attack with Noshawn Moreno, Monty Ball. It's going to be a whole different type of run game. Marshawn Lynch, it's gonna be a physical run game. down your throat run the ball, where Denver, they're going to spread you out. They're going to have Decker and Welker and Thomas out wide. They're going to spread you out, and then they're going to run the football at you. Key in this game, Denver has to stay with the run if they want to be successful. I know you have Peyton Manning, and I know you have all his weapons. You have to run the ball, though, and keep Seattle's defense honest in the run game. That'll help you get the ball vertically down the field later on. Overall, there's a lot of great matchups. Obviously, you got Seattle's defense. When you take everything into consideration, though, I like the Denver Broncos in this game. I know a lot of people say that defense wins championships, and usually I would agree with that. But when you're talking about Peyton Manning and what he's able to do with all these weapons, it might be one of the best offenses that we've seen in recent history. I do like the Denver Broncos in this game. I don't think it's going to be a low-scoring game. I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I see this somewhere in the 24-20 range. I do think it'll be a close game. I think depending on how the weather affects this game, it's 12 days away, and the forecast right now shows, light snow, but not a big deal, and temperatures that are obviously going to be cold in New Jersey at this time of year, but nothing brutal. 20s, 30s, light snow. Not a lot of wind. If it's like that, I definitely like Denver in this game. The more wind that impacts the more wind that there is, the more it's going to impact this game, and the more Seattle has an advantage in the sense that they like to run the ball more, and you never know how the wind is going to impact Peyton Manning and his passing ability. But overall, I do like the Denver Broncos in this game. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. It's going to be a great game. I can't wait to watch it. Also, let me know what you guys would like to see me talk about here in upcoming videos. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and subscribe to my channel for more sports videos. Thanks a lot, and have a great night.